yeah, being really brutally honest. But what I find is how disgusting the business was
Yeah.
back then. Like, I mean, the drugs. Again, I won't name guys. Just, I mean, they do come out on these tapes and say one of the wrestlers who was a real big baby face come out on one of the shows, and he actually admitted, if you wanted drugs, you come to me. I had a bag of everything you wanted: coke, speed, whatever it wasn't ecstasy then, but whatever they were. Um, and they all talk about getting pissed and vandalising shit and having guns and threatening people and stabbing people. And you just and even the promoters, they were just absolutely brutal, sadistic bullies. They would and the older guys would get new young guys and just beat the shit out of them and spit on them and kick them up the ass when they walk past them and stuff like that. And I'm actually really glad I never went over. I said to Joey actually tonight, because I watched one of them tonight, and I said, if I went over there when I was like 18 or 19, I think I'd be dead.
Because you wouldn't have put up with that shit.
Yeah. I mean, the one tonight was about Mid-South wrestling I saw, and Bill Watts. And apparently, if the fans attacked you and beat you up, you got the sack if you didn't beat the fans back up.
I heard that. I heard Bill Watts had a thing where it's like, if you went out to a bar and you were a heel and you went out drinking and you got into a fight and got beat, you're fired. Yeah, I heard that story about
it. Yeah. And one of the guys was actually going to murder Ted DiBiase.
Really?
Because he was going out with his daughter. And yeah, so and they all sit around and laugh and think it's funny. Like the Fabulous Freebirds, who were sensational heels.
Yeah.
They tell a lot of stories, and obviously Buddy Roberts was the bad egg out of the three of them. And the things he did, and they were pretty gross and disgusting things he did to other people. And they laugh. They think it's funny. And I think, well, how do you find that funny? You know, I was sort of sitting there sometimes thinking, what the hell? I'm really glad. Like, I mean, Wayne and I had it tough when we first broke into Sydney. We had it tough. A couple of the guys really made it hard for us, but they never went to that extent. I mean, they'd just beat the shit out of us in the ring. And one guy attacked me in a dressing room. And again, always from behind, never from the front. I was on the ground doing my boots up. And he came up from behind, whacked me in the back of the head and put me in a chicken wing and was threatening to break my shoulder. And I hadn't even spoke to him.
So this didn't happen like in a match where you stiffed him or something like that happened. This guy just came and fucking chicken winged you out of nowhere.
Yeah, there was I think 4 or 5 of us in this dressing room. This particular club had, I think, 3 dressing rooms.
Yeah.
And like I said hello to everyone. And I was on the second match, I think. So I was just sitting on the floor doing my boots up.
Yeah.
And yeah, he just come up, whacked me in the back of the head and just put me in the chicken wing. And it was hurting like crazy. And just one of the other guys just said, "Oh, F and leave him alone." And he said, "Next time I'll break your effing neck." And I thought, where'd it come from? Yeah. So, yeah, it's just, I don't know. And even like, again, I tell the story in the book. One time, Roy asked some of the older guys to come down training at Dovies with us to get some experience. Yeah. And one guy came down as a favour to Roy because they all respected Roy so much. But he just whacked me so hard across the face, my mouth and nose, everything just started bleeding. Again, I thanked him for the training afterwards. I shook his hand, thanked him, and I went home. And for about a day and a half, 2 days, I was sitting there going, "Oh, shit, my jaw was really sore. I was having trouble chewing food." So I ended up going to the doctor, had X-ray. I had a fractured jaw.
Fuck.
You know, I mean,
but I
didn't say nothing.
But that's the whole thing of the business is to friggin' And that's why I look at it as like, it's not to hit each other as hard as you can, it's protect each other and put on the best show possible. Like it's not baking cupcakes. I get it. You know what I mean? Like I get the guys are going to work stiff and all that sort of stuff. But when you're breaking someone's jaw, when you're putting someone in a hospital and they can't go and make money, they can't go and make a living, that's not cool.
Yeah, and that was just training. So